Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous, another amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. Another 1 vs 1 for you, straight here on Thermosky. We shall be watching Sturmtiger Trafalgar fighting for the Soviet Union. And the 200th Rifle Division going up against Obscura, fighting for Germany, for Deutschland. And the 6th Panzer Division. Conscripts on the way here for Trafalgar. Points being secured. They're both heading for their nearby field points. Dual Grenadiers here. Doctrines are Spearhead, Joint Operations, and Jäger Infantry for Sturmtiger. It is Urban Defense, Armored Assault, and Partisan Tactics. Definitely a bit of a rarely seen combination and mix here from Trafalgar. Noting numerous conscripts here for him popping up so far. Grenadier for Obscura. Few point initiative, of course, in the hands of the surgeons. They don't have to build anything and thus can immediately get it. Conscripts heading south. So far, nothing to really remark upon as such. The Grenadier marching out with the K98Ks. The conscripts with their Moser Nagants. Both old and venerable bolt-action rifles. And a third Grenadier squad heading towards sort of the main road from both sides. Clear emphasis and focus here from Trafalgar, at least so far. Same thing here from Obscura. Point down there secured, something driving, and we're also knowing here immediately barbed wire going up there to cover this angle. That's ensuring there's only one point they can move through unless they get up some wire cutters, and that is here, which can then of course always be mined to sort of make movement through there more difficult. Rather heavy push towards here, in fact, interestingly enough, Grenadiers in fact spreading up there. Pioneers though get the first engagement. In fact, we're seeing sort of the same area in essence, getting wired off. Then the Pioneers get stopped from doing it by the conscript Nicky. Well, not quite, this was probably more the accurate one. This sort of more equivalent to this spot, but still. Wiring off going on. This one though failed, at least for the time being. We're noting a sniper out fourth for Obscura. Interesting. Eine Scharfschütze. Grenadiers going down there. 2 Grenadier squads working up there. They're spreading out a bit too far, but then again he knows there's a lot of conscripts down here, so he knows he can probably get away with getting a bit thinner up here. Perhaps focusing down his troops here to sort of get the drop on the conscripts. Taking up positions there. Pioneers will soon run into some problems if they're not careful. Again, an attempt at wiring off here. Conscripts are on the hunt, on the prowl for the Pioneers. The Pioneers becoming far, they will have to retreat. And there we go. German Scharfschütze on the way. Victory point in the center being secured. Munitions up there. Pioneers trying to draw in the conscripts there towards the Grenadiers. Not sure why they didn't just retreat them. And there we go, small engagement over here. They don't usually have them all the way over here in this area, but there you go. Conscripts call on them. There's not really much they can take cover for. Looks like they're running down here for the small farm down south. Far south, in fact. Pioneers once more trying with the barbed wire, once more stopped. Scharfschütze out. Center point there secured. 2 victory points in the hands of Germany. And we're noting a special rifle command up there. 3 conscript squad special rifle command for Trafalgar. Sniper seems to be hanging about here, bragging about how excellent a marksman he is, while doing absolutely bollocks. MG42 following up for Obscura. And combat engineers making a foray towards it, encountering Grenadier, and Strafniki arriving here for Sturmtiger Trafalgar. Counter-attack sitting in here now with an MG42 to back them up. And also one squad getting upgraded. And one here a bit on their own, certainly going to help them be a bit more on their own since they'll have considerably large amounts of firepower. So that will definitely be to their advantage versus the Soviet foe. We have taken it. And a scout car out here moving in to support the rifle division, perhaps a mechanized brigade. Sniper creeping up, needs to be careful, he's going to be in on his own. He might want to take up position in that building. But apparently he's moving up there. Grenadiers here being attacked from several directions, and we're seeing a flamethrower up here on the penal battalion as well. Good, good. Taking up position in the house. Nice idea there, but at the same time with the flamethrower, that's going to be a bit of an unhealthy decision. Sniper probably wants to support. Engagement down here. Pioneers, MG42. Grenadiers trying to flush them out. Grenadiers up really should move in to support the ones in the centre. I mean, it's really sort of point where he wants to really hold up things. And there we go. Rushing the sniper. Grenadiers here coming under pressure, and there we go. Forced retreat. Obscura needs to sort of form up his lines again. We're noting a second MG42. That might help a bit. That might just help a bit, and sufficient enough. Might have wanted to use the Pioneers to take that point, but looks like, is he going to wire off here again, or what is he intending to do? Basically, what if he's going to wire that again? Yes, he is. He's basically trying to cut down the amount of the front he has to act to cover, or at least force his opponent to get some resource to cut through there, and thus expand the front once more, thus ensuring he can actively focus on here, and then again, concentrate his forces around there. Not a bad idea, but again, problem is he rather send off too many forces here to sort of seal this off, which again means he's weaker here, and of course now Trafalgar's forces, focusing his forces over there. And at the same time, I mean, as you sort of tighten up your front like this again, force over here, at the same time you also make it easier for your opponent to cut you off. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword he's got going here, Mr. Obscura. Going in for the fuel point, nice and dandy, but we are seeing Trafalgar acting pretty heavily with the scout car with some Strafniki in them. Cutting off as many resources as possible. Obscura here having perhaps not the most fortunate of starts. Grenadiers getting cut down by the 50 caliber on the retreat. Slowly advancing up here. Grenadiers with MG42s need to push harder. Looks like he's actually taking advantage, shifting back the MG42 while then sending in a small party behind enemy lines to do some harassment there, perhaps draw away some forces from this area. And again, shooting up position there. He's definitely doing his best to lock down Obscura here initially. Scout car moving in. Sniper firing away. Not getting that killed. Conscript flanking in. Where's the other MG42? That needs to get up there quickly. Schnell. Sniper needs to get out there. Grenadiers covering what they can there with a light machine gun. Conscript rushing straight into it. And there we go. Scout car also moving up. Getting rather close. Molotov. Grenadiers need to retreat. Panzerfaust. Scout car getting absolutely murderously wrecked there. Conscript as well by the looks of it. And there goes scout car blown up. Penal troops suffer negligible losses as they escape here. And there we go, munitions cut off. Wiring off there as well, which at the same time places these troops in a dangerous position. They have to retreat, but looks like he's managed to break through here. The path here is clear. So I suppose it's not too bad, but at the same time needs to get moving. Double time it, Obscura for Deutschland. And we are seeing Partisans out here as the troop of choice here for Trafalgar. And, oh, we actually managed to force them into retreat. A bit of a surprise, though. They probably should have popped them into the building first before engaging, since otherwise they would have been quickly cut apart. They do have low health, but overall here, one unit equipped with SVT-40s. So we are actually going to see Partisan action in play here. That should definitely be interesting, of course. Not a bad unit here. Position well again. The SVT-40s can do a lot, and also note they do veteran up quite fast. And of course, with the munitions upgrade, instead he's got the munitions for it, he can also make them tougher.
Our industry grows to support us.
MG42 getting flanked by another Partisan unit. Apparently, the rifle division here is getting some severe support from local Partisans as well. Interesting. Bankrupt, Grenadiers though for the larger part are ready to move out. Also, he's taking up pretty aggressively as well. And at the same time, we are noting here we are mechanized armor company going for Trafalgar. He's perhaps already expecting his opponent. And there we go, another Partisan unit. This one equipped with a light machine gun. Sniper firing away here, forcing the penal troops away. Troops here need to get healed up quickly, and then back in the fight. He needs to get back and take some territory overall. I mean, he's barely got anything at the moment, and these Partisans are basically disconnecting everything up here. Also, somehow Trafalgar manages up somehow getting in only women. I wonder what kind of strings he's pulling. If this is somehow his personal harem. Anyways, Partisans up there getting dealt with. The sniper needs to be careful. At the same time, the Partisans are rather exposed. They're a bit far off. And he's got an MG42. Perhaps that was his plan all along. Draw them into the MG42. Also, Partisans with the submachine guns are actually quite evil. They can do a serious amount of damage. And there go veteran one. The snipers. Partisan here forced away. Lots of munitions. Might lose this Partisan, in fact. None of these finding away, and there we go. Dead. Conscripts following up there with the Partisans. No upgrade so far, though. Again, probably should consider them. Also might want to consider the Partisans up in some buildings. Again, with a light machine gun, they can do a lot to hold up the Germans. Also, Obscura needs to push ahead more aggressively. He's got lots of troops hanging about here. Come on, Obscura. Mach schnell, mach schnell. Floating a bit here. That is not good, Obscura. Not good. Sniper sniping away. Conscripts running in straight into an MG42. Nice coverage there from the MG42, covering up the rear of the advancing troops. But again, needs to push ahead here. Get moving. Support armor corps up. No light mechanized company. Another Partisan unit arrives. Straight into the light machine gun. No, careful with that. He really should have just popped into the building right there. But again, Molotov off. Partisans need to retreat straight through their own fire. In fact, burning several of the conscripts. Instead, that's hardly good. And oh dear! Eine freies leichte Maschinengewehr. Aber danke! Although note the light machine gun is in fact less effective than the one Germans have. That's I think one of the like sort of caveats, but still it's a bleeding LMG and it's an MG42. Either way, that's going to be of help. Partisans are turning in and decent hit there. Grenadiers of course need to stop moving if they want to fire the light machine gun. But Obscura here moving them much too far around here to actually get anything off with them. And again, I really wish this MG42 was a bit further up to sort of help. And there we go, pushing in with Partisans, conscripts, and penal troops. MG42 covering here. Another gun is squad ready to provide support as well. Sniper moving out, and a Panzerkampfwagen there. I'm here for the 6th Panzer Division. Lots of machine gun fire here. And he's actually rushed for a Katyusha. Now that is definitely a bit of relative rockets. Hammering down here on his squad, forced retreat. MG42 using a full retreat here from Obscura. Obscura need to push through harder. Now we're seeing a light mechanized company back up. He could also consider getting a mortar up as well as support, which might help things a bit here. Would certainly force the Russians to have to be a bit more careful in some regards. Though again, with Partisans about, of course, there might be a danger of one popping up. But then again, there's another option which is called burning down the village, which ensures there's nowhere the Partisans can appear from.
Grenadiers.
But I live there! Not anymore, you don't, Ivan.
We have a new Panzer IV.
Contact!
Pioneers rushing the Partisans, though they do need to be careful. Then again, the Partisans again not upgraded. He's got tons of munitions, and in that regard, I do feel, you know, that Trafalgar, in fact, we have to pop Oldham, and also note, no mid-game munitions. There's going to be a long game, but still, he's probably not playing them to their strengths. Partly, again, one thing to remember about Partisans, they can lay down mines, and again, health bonus here for only 40 munitions. Panzerkampfwagen here, though, charging ahead. Deutschland prevails, cutting down numerous conscripts here. And there we go, just gun down retreat. Partisans moving forwards. There we go, pintle mounted machine gun, utter chaos, utter disaster. Again, no mines laid down here by Trafalgar. Pretty much an open road. The Rollbahn is the right. Katyusha not fully pursued here. Apparently he's a bit worried there might be mines. But so far, not a single mine though from Sturmtiger Trafalgar. But again, Obscura's bound to break through, but now he needs to really follow up with his infantry. He needs to take back some ground, secure some territory.
A sector has been cut off.
All that. But again, upgrade them. They really benefit strongly from it, alongside with the veterans as they get up there. So you generally want them to be upgraded. Once you've sort of gotten the initial surprise out of the way. But sadly, Trafalgar seems not so interested in them, considering apparently a bit expendable. Oh, what a shame. And there we go, of course, gets radio intercept with this. Of course, he's also got another advantage of this spy network. If he pops this at the right place, he can get all of his opponent's positions up. For only 50 munitions on the minimap, that's hardly a bad thing either. In particular, when you've got artillery, since that, of course, allows you then to sort of focus your artillery better, you know, knowing where your opponent is. So there's definitely some chance there of some synergies right there if he so decides on wanting it. MG42 up here. Partisans leading the way again. No upgrade. Straight into an MG42. Apparently, Trafalgar here is, or not following quite the party line, or perhaps this. Perhaps these are the wrong Partisans. and they are to be considered expendable. Flying into the fire. Careful there, Trafalgar. Penal troops advancing straight at the Grenadiers up there. Positions inside the church. No survivors.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Grenadiers need to pull back from the penal troops. Penal troops doing quite a bit of damage there with their SVT-40s and their Flammenwerfer. And Panzerkampfwagen ready to move up. Still no further sign of any doctrinal usage, though very low units all of a sudden. Marked target also available. SU-85 on the way. Katyusha needs to be careful there. Still playing a bit cautiously. Obscura apparently very worried about something here, and that's not fully willing to commit. And not really securing points here. Come on, forwards. Troops enforcing healing. Panzer Grenadier moving out. Plenty of manpower. He could also consider right now a cache, for example. Depending on, for example, if he's acting on Jäger in a missions cache, otherwise a fuel cache sort of help fuel costs. I mean, he's got plenty of manpower, so might as well get it there. SU-85 opening up there on the Panzerkampfwagen clear. Fails to hit though. Sniper opening up as well, getting rushed. Forced retreat. MD-42 covering the road right there. Pioneers could do something as well. I mean, he's got plenty of munitions. A few S-mines right here could prove handy. Or a bunker again. Manpower munitions. Bunker right here could force Trafalgar to detach some bigger assets to actually clear through this position. And could also then, for example, since he's got an SU-85, set up the SU-85 for getting flanked by the Panzer IV. I mean, there's a lot of options right there.
Local spies are ready to review enemy positions.
Panzer Grenadiers moving out. Nice blast there on the Panzer Grenadiers. Half the squad down. They need to get out of there. Centre victory point secured. No movement towards there again. He should probably also consider sending something over there. He's probably got the units for it. At least he should have. And these Pioneers just need to get the devil out of there. They've got no chance of surviving. Panzer IV should also pull back. Its position is much too exposed now, considering he knows there's an SU-5 out, and we're now seeing a Sturmgeschütz being summoned in to support the Panzerkampfwagen. But Panzer IV needs to get out of there. He's Obscura. Damaged engine. And he's moving in. Another Panzer squad arriving. In that regard, you know, radio intercept certainly helps, you know, keeping things covered on the German side as well while you're watching at the Soviets. Grenadiers need to be careful. Oh, Obscura. Oh, and they reached veterans free. They failed to penetrate, and he lost the squad and handed over an MD-42 to his opponent. Ach, scheiß. That was not good right there from Obscura. Also, one thing to note, our penal troops, they're definitely one of the last units you actually want to hand over a light machine gun. You might be asking why. Well, here's the thing. No other unit keeps getting a rate of fire boost as they let up. Plus accuracy boost. So overall, they can really get a lot out of their light machine gun. Panzer IV down. Stuke should have been moving up to support much earlier, but now we're seeing snipers out. Stuke needs to get out of there. Get it out of there. Mark target up as well. Zug verlassen sie die Stellungen. And again, most of Obscura's armies hang back here in the base. Push forwards. Stuke pulling back here towards the victory point, a bit far away. Bit light on units here. Another sniper on the way. Looks like he's going to try and punish Obscura's infantry pretty hard, but he needs to be careful with it since he's got very little to cover the snipers at the moment. But again, you know, at the same time, Obscura needs to stop hanging back with so much at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why all of a sudden he's got half of his army in his base like that. And there we go, that Stuke should have been pulled out a much safer route, but again, you know, overall bad decision there with how the Stuke was utilised, and ultimately saw it just as free experience for that SU-85. Rather unfortunate. And he's just spamming Panzer Grenadiers at the moment. What are you thinking? How about using the manpower on something else? You know, again, caches. Build up your other resources. Get something interesting out there. Get some more armour. Perhaps even tank up and move straight on instead to the heavy Panzer Corps.
Flamethrower standing by.
In particular, considering how most of his forces again are hanging about, doing very little at the moment, which I do feel is a bit of a shame. Still plenty of munitions here which could be utilised by Trafalgar for all sorts of things like mines. But then again, he's got no units that can actually lay down mines at the moment. Pioneers advancing for some reason ahead without any support. Veteran 2, which is grand, but they really need to get out of there. Back to Obscura, who's definitely got a larger force infantry-wise. Penal troops opening up in the sniper, not sure why sending the sniper first like that.
The sector has been cut off.
I suspect Obscura might be a bit under a bit of stress and is having a bit of trouble keeping track of things. That'd be my best suggestion here. And there you go, Panzers versus Veteran 2. Penal troops ultimately do a lot of damage for us on the way there. More Panzer gunners and gunners arrive as well. So now we be careful. Not sure why he's moving up the MB42s like that again. An awful lot of mistakes, or at least not really good decisions out of nowhere. Now would be a good time, by the way, for tactical movement to rush and hunt down those snipers. But no, because he's gone Jaeger infantry, in which case he should strongly consider, instead of getting all those Panzer Grenadiers, instead, getting some Grenadiers, to use some munitions and manpower instead on Cassius and get some more out of his doctrine, because again, Jaeger infantry is pretty much the most munitions intensive doctrine. In fact, we're now seeing ambush camouflage. That's by the way nice.
Yes, we have been deemed worthy of a promotion.
MD42 pushed away. Then he's fighting with a light machine gun and Veteran 2.
He's shooting at us.
Consciously not doing so well in the middle of the road.
What do you need?
Standing by.
And forced away. Snipers trying to get up there, but they might experience a bit of an issue if they're none too careful.
Panzer Grenadiers.
Our flak Panzer is on their way. And a bit quiet at the moment. Panzer is here waiting in hiding, ready to appear with a Raketen Panzerwüchse ready to ambush something. I would imagine. SU-5 on Overwatch again. Large part of this map is sort of forgotten at the moment.
Yeah.
And there we go, the flak Panzer arrives. Troops advancing. And Pioneers advancing straight into the snipers. Need to retreat, Rückzug, get out of there! Come on, Obscura. That wasn't really necessary, what? But there we go, snipers might run into some trouble. No tactical movement. He's here just charging into the conscripts. Need to be careful though. And there we go, tactical movement now first. Now when the sniper's already so far away, I can't help but feel that's a bit late. But oh well, pushing here, pushing up, using the Panzer gun advantage to get closer into the SU-5. Not a bad idea. Satchel charge. Kills a few, but still, no squads wiped out. Should be a chance of getting the SU-5 here. Even the SU-5 should have a chance of actually flanking it from behind. Fire the Panzertrex. Not sure why he didn't right there, but apparently he's more interested in the flak or the Katyusha, which also managed to escape. He has a bit of a tactical mistake by Obscura. He should have gone for the SU-5, but he still had a chance of hitting it. Instead, he wanted the other, but when the other one was a much better choice, and now both are gone without anything really seriously done to them. Trying there for the fuel point. Now, of course, the SU-5 is turning. Black Panzer getting out, and there we've seen him pushing aggressively ahead, going for every cut-off point if possible. Panzer will also move too far there. Obscura. Too greedy, too greedy.
Yes.
Much too greedy. Point there needs to be reconnected. Heavy loss have been suffered though by Obscura. Needs to fix that rather schnell.
Secure the sector. Infantry can march double time at your command.
And right now there's definitely a bit of resource here hanging about here. Could be a time for Partisans to appear, basically sort of harass Obscura is trying to gain ground and such. Slow down his troops and advances. Both MD42s, by the way, with ambush camouflage. Not a bad idea. Certainly allows them to spring a few nasty surprises. This one actually ends up with cheating. Victory points being secured. Good, good. More Panzer Gunners on the way again. not really again confident that's a good idea. Fuel caches, munition caches, something like that should rather be a sort out rather than just more infantry at the moment, particularly with 2 snipers out in the field. I can't help but feel that Obscura is reacting in a very wrong manner, since that's only really going to feed them at the moment. And considering the overall force disposition again, something that focuses more towards armor would probably be a better choice at the moment. Panzer's again running into the snipers, forced to retreat there, no surprises. Flak Panzer though could probably try and rush in here, but it's already too late.
Yes?
Taking up position in the house there to ensure his snipers have a clear path before sending them out. Not bad, not bad.
Ostwind standing by.
Snipers in the buildings as well. Ostwind could easily charge in and do some damage if he was aware of what's going on down there, but he's clearly not. Troops coming in from the south, from the north. Panzer squad there takes a nasty hit. Apparently that was actually a precision strike. Is that right? Maybe? Can't say, but I suspect it, since he was actually able to do a lot of concentrated damage to a unit, and there's only really 1 volley, so fascinating choice there. Not bad. Troops moving in there. Flak Panzer could react again. Obscura feels a bit passive at the moment. Nothing is happening. Troops moving in slowly. MD42 sets up there in cover. Should get its ambush up.
Grenadiers! The Russians are coming!
Snipers firing in from the fight to the village. There we go. HD5 also on the spot.
Watch the flanks!
Quick round grenade trying to catch the snipers. Doesn't really do much. Unfortunately, Panzer going to take up position in the nearby building. They should rather rush towards this building, take out there, open up in the HD5 from closer range. Light artillery barrage going in, the light season Antarika shots firing away. Looks like, oh, Trafalgar is actually moving ahead, which is definitely one way of doing, but at the same time risks, of course, cutting off the street path, allowing him to rush in after them. And there we go, that is exactly what's happening. In fact, 1 sniper unit just got wiped out. Another one might get lost as well. Ostwind to definitely move in, get the kill there, or at least as many kills as possible. 1 sniper down, S-35 moving up, Panzers need to move up, get in the building, S-35 down to half health. Penal troops moving up. Going to be a little bit of those around, it's not the best idea. Light machine gun firing away, Flak Panzer doing what it can. Panzer 4 moving in, should move up. Another S-35 at the same time has arrived. Panzer strike dropped here, that's bad news. Flak Panzer somehow managed to dodge that one, next one did not. And we're seeing Mark Target going in. Penal Troop Squad number 2 moving in. Now definitely things are heating up here. Panzer 4 should be careful. 4-6, 4-6. Flak Panzer down, keep moving the Panzer 4. Don't stop up. MD5 Troop, Veteran Troop are getting outflanked here. Main gun destroyed. Panzer strike secured here for the Penal Troops. SU-5 abandoned. And apparently, oh shit, it actually killed one of his own men. I think that SU-5. No, apparently not. Would have been rather fun though, for the Germans. SU-5 is being utilised like a tank. He's actually moving close. This is definitely the chance Obscura wants. If he wants to get it out, he needs to take a chance there. Lure it in, then get behind it now. Get behind it, Obscura. Move. Mach schnell. Los geht's. SU-5 be up the crew. Panzer's fighting nearby. Panzer 4 just need to keep at it. Rest of the forces need to move up. SU-5 here. Oh, he's backing up. He's mistaking it. He doesn't have a gun working. Partisans with Panzer strikes moving up. A nice idea, but not sure why he chose that building. And again, they all happen to be women. Panzer strike dropped. Oh, that's an opportunity right there. Panzer 4 needs. Oh, he's letting the SU-5 get away. Taking up position in the building at least, but still. I definitely think he could have gone there, should have fired, but apparently Trafalgar was able to outmaneuver partly through some bluff here and there.
What do you need?
Panzer gonna just need to get the devil out of there though.
Let up.
Panzer 4 pulling back. MG42 could do with some recruiting. Panzer guns rushing ahead. Come on. Troops on the field. More pioneers. That is good because he's got none to repair. Panzer can't on the field at the moment, so that is sensible choice. Trafalgar though with a rather depleted force, but again the snipers are certainly putting on some hurt upon Obscura, and in fact it's time to over to Trafalgar. No mid-game analysis of course, but those sort of looking things here. I mean, Obscura is so far leading ahead, the question is how long can this last? Now we go, another precision strike barrage. He's actually making good use of the concentrated barrage right there, actually doing a lot of damage to the Germans, perhaps not wiping out squads, but still 3 Panzer has gone like that is still quite painful to your opponent. So, I mean, making good use of his veterancy abilities there, though, again. Oh, he's also making use of spy network. Lovely. He's actually making good use of all of his doctrine so far. Every ability utilised, though, again, he could perhaps do with some Partisans here and there just for some fun. Behind him lands again, popping one here. Cutting off the points here could work out quite nicely. Then he's moving up. MG42 here, ambush mode. And firing away there with its damage bonus. Grenadiers firing away as well. Panzers up close, need to be careful here. Wigshook, oh, the bun grenadier at the penal tooth, no. Stet got wiped out. Oh, how unfortunate again. Obscura needs to be careful, he needs to retreat. Wigshook. And attempted rough grenadier, and oh, gets one sniper unit. That picture managed to manage 4. Trafalgar allows him to actually get it right there. That's definitely a bit of a rarity nowadays, unless you're playing at some complete novices. Strafniki though doing what they can. He probably could have reinforced those with the merge, but decided not to. Taking up position inside the church. At this very same time, Panzer is moving up in the north here. Troops reinforcing, organising. Panzer come fighting fields on the way to push ahead again.
What do you have? We have them ready for action.
Yes, comrade.
There's really far moving out.
Soldiers ready. Flamethrower standing by. Flamethrower squad ready.
Troops hanging about. Another H-35 on the way. The H-35 primary tank strike for part of the war until it was replaced partly by the T-35, and then they've basically upgunned it to create the Su-100, which did have a bigger gun, but at the same time there was a slight problem with the H-35, which was actually due to the fact that the gun was much stronger, which actually had a slight chance of actually tipping the tank over, which rather required the users of it to be quite careful unless they wanted dirt in the gun, which had a slight tendency of blowing the entire thing up, so the entire gun was clogged up with it. Yak Panzer 4 of the longer gun variants actually suffered a bit the same problem. So, little fun facts there.
We have gained access to a spy network. We have a new Panzer 4.
Another Panzer Kampfwagen. He's now got 2 tanks here. That's not bad. Though again, I'm not really something that might, help out getting the most of his doctrine MD4 to recruit there. Lovely, but still, I think you really should consider getting a munitions cache up. Also a bit of harassment here. Lovely. Hitting a mine, suffering.
Do you need something?
Assault gun ready for action.
I mean, for example, right now, if you were to save up munitions, you might be able to get in the Kanonen Vogel, which could prove quite helpful against his opponent, in particular against those Su-35s. Might also catch some of the snipers and other units here. Then he's sneaking up, fighting from some nearby shrubbery. Panzer forming support. There is the rest, and again, a mortar would be nice here. Can also have a chance of catching the snipers or anything else. Again, spy network keeping constant track of his opponent's movements. Good. Good, and certainly the Soviets were quite fond of that. Get the Katyusha, that was clearly why he went there. Clearly, don't stop up, stay on target, stay on target. Did a bit of damage there, but you want the Katyusha, shoot it up. Oh, managed to miss, don't stop up, don't. Obscura has a slight tendency of actually stopping up too much. And this is bad now, the Su-35 rushing in, but at the same time, leaves his forces exposed. Moving the Panzer 4 taking advantage of this one, while the other one is basically going to heroically sacrifice itself. Panzer's moving up. Going to get off a few shots down the Su-5. And there we go, finally pushing this one up. MG42 pushed away. Come on, Obscura, forwards. Large forces retreating. Now would be a good time to say call in some artillery around here. There we go, in fact. He's timing it with the retreating units to call in a light artillery barrage. Also on the S-35 doing a bit of damage there, but the troops here moving in. MG crew suffering. Oh, penal troops almost wiped out. MG down. Sniper somehow managed to get out of it. S-35 could go down. Don't shoot the penal troops. Oh, so close right there, so close. Still some rather bloody battles here. And that turned out to be quite surprisingly effective. Still lost him a Panzer IV. And I think he could have gone there again had he kept up the momentum. You know, don't slow down. Sometimes the most important thing in attack is just keep bloody well moving. Another concentrated barrage, really keeping up with them. Good, good. I mean, this is the first time I've actually seen someone use the concentrated barrage ability, and he's actually using it repeatedly, and he's actually doing quite a lot with it. In fact, getting probably more veterans quicker than normally. Good job, really outstanding. I wish a lot more people actually use the Katyusha like that as well. And now here the Strafniki with an MG42 and a Panzerschreck and a flamethrower. Again, flooding manpower here, Obscura. Anti-tank Panther here again, not good position at not cover again, you know, be careful like that. Then it is finding it, getting sniped by the one remaining sniper team available. Strafniki moving off that Panzer IV. And once more we're seeing tactical movement, you know, making good use of that. Good, good. Panzerschreck's connecting. No, Panzer IV's actually, never mind. Strafniki moving in from the rear. Bloody fights here, and what is this? Oh, lovely, he's actually popping a satchel charge straight on the Panzer IV. Lovely use here, creative use of his abilities, good use of the Strafnikis. Good God. I mean, Trafalgar's definitely getting out a lot of units you usually don't see much getting out of at all. I just wish you could do the same with the Partisans.
Okay, that's the last one.
But again, right now, he needs to get some troops on the field, get some grenadiers. They're a bit cheaper, they're still also good with some munitions, some light machine guns. And again, munitions cast, or for example, again, give air for the fleet. Jaeger infantry, get some out, man.
Ready.
And get some caches up. You can easily benefit a lot from some munitions, fuel caches, and munitions caches, Obscura. Noting here, he's actually ambushing them, ready sort of to get a drop here on the sniper traps. And there we go. Appearing out, but he actually moved them, and also had, yeah, slight mistake there. Close to getting the sniper though. I mean, it was a nice idea though, but perhaps not so well executed. But again, you know, rarely seen you actually see it nowadays as well. You know, ambush, camouflage, using infantry, again, they also benefit from it. So I mean, it's not a bad idea or role to use it. Not a bad idea. So quite nice to see it used actually. I mean, we're actually seeing some abilities rarely used overall and such, which is great. Absolutely grand, and certainly a rarely used doctrine on top of everything.
What do you need?
You have orders?
Victory points once more falling into the hands of the Germans. More Panzer grenadiers. Come on, Obscura. Get us some Castras up. Get us some Panzers. And some munitions. I mean, try and build up for, say, something like a Kanonenvogel that could really prove lethal here for the tank destroyers and any attending infantry.
I have the men ready.
Two snipers again. I mean, if he keeps sniping Panzers, I mean, spamming Panzers again, I mentioned, you know, Trafalgar's going to get lots of snipers as well to sort of deal with it. Although, again, with tactical movement, it could prove a bit disadvantageous if you catch them in the right spot. And again, you know, the problem with ambush is, you know, if the spy network catches you on the minimap, you know, it doesn't do anything. So in that regard, it's actually quite a nice little circumvention here of, you know, ambush. Rather interesting enough. And again, he doesn't know probably it's ambush. In ambush, you know, ready to stumble upon anyone. He just figures, you know, well, there's an MG40 down there, Yuri. Fire! So, I mean, really clever usage of, you know, these abilities. Outstanding.
You have gained access to a spy network.
Outstanding work. And there we go. Finally, a fuel cache going up. Finally. Took him damn well long enough.
Comrade?
The fuel cache is finished. Put
But of course, at the same time, due to radio interception, he knows where it is.
The sector is at risk.
And again, it's also rather exposed. I mean, here would have been better. Yes, at the same time, it's a car bomb. At the same time, you know, I'll just sort of, you know, look at this map. In fact, I'll just briefly pause again. Considering how his forces are again, it would be within, you know, it would be screened by his force again. It would be much harder to get to compared to this one again, which is far out and a much easier target. Just brief pause there again, sort of explain that again, you know. But there we go. One of the fun things about radio interceptors again is shows in those cases where the caches are being filled. And there go Panzer charging straight in. Tactical movement. Taking heavy losses though. I mean, you know, charging into light machine gun fire and flamethrowers and people like that is a bad idea. Basically got wasted. And looks like, oh, they finally got the Katyusha. The Katyusha. That one thing which kept giving the German troops nightmares has been blown up. Nice little move there. His spy network did not catch that one. Hey, Ivan. Straight in here to the ambush MD-42. Suffering quite for it. Anti-tank unit succeeds in penetrating. Again, a Kanonenvogel. Would be nice, I think. And now, of course, with the Panzer IV damage, we are seeing him moving in. The tank shows Penal troops moving in. Barely anything to cover it. Again, you're just spamming Panzer against that's not the sort of victory. Now he's getting a flak panzer. I mean, I have no idea with all of these Su-35s why he's getting flak panzers. The logic behind it is not quite there, at least in my opinion. Panzer's with Panzer doing what they can here. Snipers finding away. Panzers need to get away. Get away, Utsuk. Thou art exposed. Same with the Pioneers, not sure what he's doing, and the S-35's actually pulling away. Not sure what Trafalgar's doing here, perhaps trying away at the Pioneers instead. I read that Panzer's only have a bit of a chance of doing some damage. Flak Panzer moving in. Panzer IV receiving repairs. MD-4 actually catches some snipers a bit right there. Partisans arriving ready to disrupt here. And there we go, Panzer IV wasted. Panzer's taking up position inside the church, getting a few hits there. Not sure why pulled back though. They're much harder to deal with inside the church than out of it. Black Panther moving, he might be able to get to snipers, he might be able to cut them down and catch them in the right spot. He certainly knows where, oh, he lost the Panzer, so he should be able to avenge them. Come on, move the Ostwind. But again, if he had a Panzer IV, he could easily outmaneuver the Su-35 right now. But again, he didn't. Got one sniper squad though, that's lovely, but I can't help but feel Obscura is making a bit of the wrong choices. And shot down, crashing into the road. And Panzer shakes again. I suspect, yes indeed. Once more getting far, far away from the Kanonenvogel. In fact, he's charging the Su-35 right in with tracking. Trafalgar perhaps getting a bit bold. Panzer is almost having the punch shake. But no, looks like it will be escaped. Not in time, not in time. MD-4 took that in trouble, needs to get away, and there you go, Panzer shakes up. Pull it back, Utsuk. Su-35 almost down. Not quite. Both Su-35s also quite dinged up.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And there you go, the penal troops arrive. The fiends they are, 22 kills, doing a lot of damage here. More Panzer Grenadiers arriving up.
I'm so sick of these Russians.
And again, getting exposed to quite a bit of fire here. Easily forcing back the Panzer Grenadier.
Shoots in here.
Overall, the situation right now is a bit bad for Obscura. His forces are depleted again. He keeps making some rather odd strategic and tactical decisions, but overall only turn out to be the advantage of Trafalgar.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
In particular, I don't really see much the reason for that. Ostwind here, number 2. Conscripts running away.
MG support standing by.
Fuel cache though is definitely helping him out a bit, but that's about it. Tactical movement again, not sure what he's intending this time around. Flak Panther moving back, Panther needs to get away. And there you go, Flak Panther coming up there from the penal troops. Their reign of terror upon the battlefields continue. Panther trying to flank. Ooh, he might actually lose them here now if he's not careful. There you go, veterans defeat on the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, he might lose them, he might lose them! That would be a huge loss here. No, no, oh no, Trafalgar, you lost your veteran 3 penal troops. SU-5 moving in, Panzer next up in the church, fight, camp. At the same time, of course, remembering where the fuel cache was, he sent in the SU-5 to blow it up. Sniping with the cannon, SU-5 getting a bit too close into the church. There you go, a few nice hits there. Panzer 4 is available on Sturmgeschütz. Fuel cache though is kaput as of now.
Infantry can march double time at your command.
And a bit of quiet for once. Bit of quiet as everybody's reorganizing.
Loaded and ready.
There we go, Panzerkampfwagen 4 rolling out. Deutschland.
It's done.
And it's just going to speed this up until anything happens. Flak Panther in its sharp position. M42 open up the snipers. Something. Be careful about, weapons and all this, not ready to fire away, but there we go. Looks like this is a Partisan man, MG42, trying to take a hit there. And there we go, trying to flank in with target, or tactical movement. Nice idea, but not quite successful. Katusha firing in as well, a fresh one. Veteran needs the MG42, they're definitely alright, MG42 might go down. Panzer Grenadier need to be careful. Going for the point up there with the Partisan, cutting it off. Good, good. Panzerkampfwagen arriving. Veteran into SU-5 there, need to be careful, 4-6. And back.
What do you need?
Panzer Grenadiers might want to get into the church. Don't move at the Panzer 4 like that. Oh dear, careful, Obscura. And again, he might be able to get the SU-5 there. Get behind it.
Enemy contact.
Oh dear, never mind. Never mind, he might lose it. Yes, indeed. Oh dear, you really shouldn't have charged the SU-5 like that. Not a veteran. 2-1 and knocked out by the other SU-5. His armor handling is having a few problems. He does get the SU-5, he gets vengeance, but still lost quite a bit there. Might he get the other SU-5? At least do some serious damage, some traumatic damage. And there we go. And at the same time, anti-tank Partisan getting out in the open. They should get back into the building. Anti-tank grenade goes off. Heavily equipped with anti-tank rifle, which is great, but not without its issues. And there we go, dropping most of them in one go. Panzer Grenadier is forced away.
We are losing a sector.
Standing by.
Just spamming more Panzer Grenadiers.
Pioneers ready for anything.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
80 rifles could be secured. Into the building, there we go. SU-5 moving ahead. Exposing its flank there to the anti-tank rifle, doing a bit of damage. Good, good. Snipers also getting a bit too close. Sniper unit down, showing some brutal engagement here. Anti-tank rifle continue to fire away. Bunch of them failing to penetrate. Not sure why you abandoned the building with the Pioneers, just to continue firing at it. There we go, veteran 2, and we've seen tactical movement again. He's certainly a fan of it. Need to keep up,
Securing our territory.
Also intending arm picking would be a good thing to sort of try and fire into the rear here of the SU-5, but a bit too late for that. A bit too late. Shoot again. Ah. SU-5 here might escape just barely. Definitely some crazy fighting here, sort of a lot of things wiping out, some improvised things, and again, looks like the Partisan have finally pushed away, taking back that victory point. Need to get that one back.
Yes.
Back to Sturmtiger Trafalgar, who's again forces a bit on edge.
You have orders?
Eventually, 2 pioneers here with some serious anti-tank
Sniper has arrived.
rifle itch. And an advancing conscript halt there. The pioneers anti-tank rifle won't be able to do much against that.
Have a use for these scum.
And they definitely need to get out of there. Panzers with Panzers won't do much either. MD42 setting up to cover here. And again, caches. No Panzer IV right now could soon be helpful. Another pioneer engineer unit might be a good thing to repair here. Katyusha is now bombarding more regularly in the hopes of catching something.
We are losing territory.
And Panzer is advancing straight into the sniper's line of fire. Lots of snipers out here for Trafalgar. He definitely loves them.
I am needed.
Yes, comrade.
Sniper standing by.
Flamethrower squad ready.
And the pioneers are ready once more with their Panzerbüchsen of the Russian kind.
Yes, comrade.
The Germans did have some of their own, several variants, including some very big ones they had got from, I believe, the Austrians, the Solothurm, which was a really, really big one. In fact, and wasn't really, the most mobile thing. Ambush actually hard to detect, of course, and he's keeping it like that. Of course, he probably wants to sort of attract certain targets, at least getting close, but there we go. Accidentally flanked, perhaps not thanks to spy network, though that would have been fun as well. Either way, MD42 pushed away. Might lose it, pioneers. Tactical movement straight at the snipers. Nice idea there.
Infantry firing on me.
Engineers report contact.
No, don't recruit the MD42 like that. Oh, he lost the anti-tank rifles and the machine gun on the pioneers. That's a really poor decision there from Obscura, I would argue. Katyusha firing away. Panzer's far work there again, going for the victory points exclusively, hoping to perhaps win through victory points. Another Panzerkampfangriff, Gefechtsbereit, actually moving ahead.
Enemy forces are capturing our
And the
supplies.
Katyusha continually firing. Certainly most of this area has turned into a bit of a moon-cratered landscape.
Replacements have arrived. Flamethrower standing by. Flamethrower squad
As
ready.
for Soviets and Penal troops, generally, they were generally equipped depending on what sort of mission they were expecting. Which means they could be absolutely rubbishly equipped, or they could actually be quite well equipped, in fact, with lots of submachine guns and semi-automatics and whatnot. So there was rather some variations in generally how they were used, and again, thus equipped.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
And thus also, life expectancy. That is something to keep in mind about them. Though certainly having them equipped lavishly with SPT-40s would not have been out of place, and certainly, in some regards, semi-automatic rifle equipment was a bit erratic, because you could also find them, for example, in naval infantry units, basically formed from, well, the crews of ships, and they actually still be equipped with SPT-40s, perhaps, still not being the most impressive, so there are some things there to keep in mind about that.
Our unit count is increasing.
And I do believe the overall plan was, in fact, for the all-Soviet infantry sort of to be equipped with SPT-40, but then rather the Germans attacked before that was ready, and they were forced to a large extent basically rely on the Motor Nagant.
Su-85 under attack. Assault gun in the fight.
The sector is at risk.
Sniper slowly moving in here. Ooh, veterans CVM-42, they're moving in. Ooh, this could be good, this could be really good. And there we go, ambush, simply just stretch one sniper right away. Gets another one, in fact, doesn't get an entire unit though, but still, tearing through 2 of them is definitely not going to hurt.
Ready for orders.
Obscura's forces though continue to be drained out, and he keeps on spamming Panzer Grenadiers. Come on, Obscura. A few Grenadiers would probably help you just as much, considering the way you sort of get them killed anyways. At least would be cheaper. And again, a few Gewehr 43s could also do the trick. You might even get off some interrogation, which would probably help you a lot. And there are a lot of things there to consider. I mean, in that regard, he's not really playing his doctrine well. I mean, he's using a lot of the, less used abilities, but for example, again, we're not seeing Jaeger infantry used, and we're certainly not seeing, some good synergy in former munitions casters, which is certainly hurting him a bit, I would argue. SRF charging and getting off one hell of a hit there on the Panzer Grenadiers. They need to retreat. Panzer is going off. Not the best button grenade there. Suffering a bit. MD-42 coming in flank here. Constant charging straight into it. Trying to ambush here, but holding fire instead. And certainly one thought is perhaps a mortar right now, about now would be good. Again, would also be able to force the snipers to have to be careful. Again, I suppose the logic could be he's worried about Partisan, but at this stage, I mean, we're not really seeing a lot of them. And there we go, cutting off the fuel. Quite nicely pulling away the Partisans. Having some good use out of them there. Snipers taking through the Panthers, they just need to retreat. And Pioneers up here on the main road. Not really doing well against that S-35 either. So not since it's Vet 22. This Panzer IV being held back in a reserve position, I suppose. Not sure what's intending with those Pioneers. No more spy network at the moment. Come on, Trafalgar.
We are down to 75 points.
Get to using it.
I am needed. Su-85 combat ready.
Rifleman ready.
Just moving about.
For these scum.
Troops moving about. MD-42 wants one ambush, but this time they'll withhold fire on. He's able to catch snaps again, but I wonder what revealed it.
We have a new unit.
Perhaps then again it was perhaps he hadn't moved it at all, and thus caused them to get the Trafalgar predicted, and in fact there we go, blasted. I think he might actually have been attacking ground there simply. But again, be sure to shift your units from time to time, because I think that's what got him. He kept having that MD-42 in the exact same spots. Another MD-42 sending up, Panzer IV doing nothing. Rather feels like Obscura has lost the will here a bit.
This territory is ours.
Points are ticking down, still. More units moving in.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Conscripts blasting in. Still filling its own munitions, and a lot of fuel. Interestingly enough.
Forces are capturing our supplies. The enemy has 75
Mass Panzer Grenadier assault.
suited for command.
Su-85 moving a bit too far ahead.
They're shooting at our Su-85. More of our
There we
troops
go.
have been lost.
Volley away. Taking up inside the church. Panzer IV light going to get wiped out. And tactical movement. And Panzer IV down. Oh, Sergeant charge right on the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, they're not moving. Bloody hell.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Panzer has actually rushed out of the church, which is nice, but overall things are rather falling apart here for the 6th Panzer Division. They're getting absolutely ground up.
Tank destroyer here.
Assault gun in the fight.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
And there's not really much of the village left standing, perhaps except the church, which is rather rare, since that usually tends to be the first thing that goes down.
Su-85 taking fire.
Close to getting that Su-85 there.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Victory point still being secured. Could get another Panzer IV,
I have the men ready.
if he's so fancied.
Resistance
Partisan still hanging up. There's still not a sign of any sort of upgrade for them at all. Just going to speed this up a bit. He's moving in.
Victory is fresh from our grasp. We have only 50 points
Point
remaining.
secured.
They are
They're
not
aggressively
real
pushing.
soldiers, but they will do.
Things to zip down. It could be closer for Trafalgar for now.
Awaiting orders.
The enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Church finally collapses. Rolls your bucket and he's moving with Partisan straight in front of the bunker.
Reduced to 25
Right in front of the
points.
machine gun bunker.
Is not rewarded.
That's definitely not where we want to be caught. Oh dear. Trafalgar here might lose. But will he win? 1 point down. 1 point. 10 points left for him. Can he do it? Bunker down. Others are moving in. Rushing in his infantry. Might want to pop in some partisans from nearby buildings just to disrupt his opponent. Snipers flooding away, taking out the German infantry.
Supply sector under attack.
Dear.
Taking fucking fire!
Barely hanging on. Snipers, penal tooth moving in, but too little, too late. And there we go. Game over. Game over. Rather bloody close in the end there. Obscura somehow managed to wring a victory out of this, despite, you know, several tactical and strategic mistakes. In the end, you know, Trafalgar rather let it slip through his fingers. But overall, pretty exciting game overall. Lots of brutal action here. Lots of things. Lots of turnarounds, comebacks and whatnot. And certainly look for a larger part of the end game, sort of like Trafalgar would be winning, since again, you know, Obscura was rather resorting to some less clever gameplay, but in the end somehow he still managed, by holding on to the victory points, rather doubling back to holding what he actually had, and doubling on with what he had, and then basically hoping he could last out the fight with that, which certainly turned out to be the right thing. In that regard, you know, I mean, Trafalgar did a lot of nice things. You know, he made use of his doctrine rarely used. He actually made good use of the spy network, for example, and the Katyusha right here. That was a great combination right there. In some regards, you know, he could have used his doctrine better. He could have used partisans more, anti-tank partisans, regular partisans. He could have harassed his opponent a lot more. In that regard, he could also use the partisans to lay down mine. For example, you know, he had this point up here with the partisan bout. He could easily have mined the crap out of this point while everything else was going on, but he didn't. In that regard, you know, he flooded up a lot of the secondary resources here in some regards. And while I won't follow him for the fuel, since he did sort of alright, but then he could also gone straight, you know, for a tank with battalion command and some armor. I mean, there are a lot of possibilities, but again, you know, in some regards, you know, he could have done more. And again, the lack of mines really hurt him, and ultimately allowed Obscura to push through rather easily every single time. In that regard, you know, Obscura for his flaws, you know, also made some good use here again. I mean, tactical movement was absolutely, I mean, he really just went for it every single bloody time, and actually allowed, you know, to push forwards, catch his opponent by surprise, and really force Trafalgar to be careful. I mean, in that regard, that was great. We saw this, and we even saw ambush. I mean, how often do you see ambush nowadays? Barely. And he used it not just in the MGs, but on the Panzer Grenadiers in some cases. Splendid, good work. I mean, I really wanted to commend on that one, but, you know, at the same time, no, yeah, again, from Jason would have seen less Panzer Grenadiers. Again, you know, he could have saved up some munitions here. I mean, cat munitions cache, again, that was one of his major flaws. If so, again, there was no munitions cache to back up this munitions-heavy doctrine. I think if he had that, and again, probably also placed the caches over here, he would have done a lot better, a lot smoothly. I mean, this was a rather close victory right here, desperately close. I mean, if this is to fail in some regard, you know, again, then it would have been Trafalgar's victory in many regards. You also need to get a bit better with his panzer. Sometimes, you know, he's not quite playing them strongly, and again, sometimes, you know, he seems to be easily too scared to quickly jump up, and thus not quickly getting the most out of a panzer charge sometimes. So it's a bit, you know, hard to sort of specifically point out. That is another thing, perhaps, you know, to sort of hang on to, if you will. But definitely some rarer doctrinal usage, rarer ability usage, which overall makes this certainly an interesting fight nonetheless. Again, though, I would have seen less Panzer against Bam. That would probably have been a lot more fun in some regards. But, you know, he pulled through. And again, Trafalgar, nice work. But again, you know, again, you know, if you use partisans, great. But, you know, use them fully. I mean, on the other hand, you apparently understood, you know, how to use the Katyusha, which is grand. But for the partisans, never a single survival training upgrade. And no mines. Those were really some of the biggest mistakes in that regard. You know, failed to really, you know, follow through with this doctrine. And again, that could probably have won him the fight. And also won him a lot earlier, I think. So again, definitely huge miss there from Trafalgar. And again, you know, I'd love to see more of this doctrine from him and from anyone else. But again, you know, bloody well remember to use the partisans' mines and survival training. That was really, you know, one of those massive cock-ups, if you will, sort of the fight. But still, pretty interesting. We saw some rare abilities used again and some great stuff. We saw some nice engagements. We saw some nice little tricks up here with the Panzer IV charging in, light artillery barrels in. So, you know, really nice fight. Really brutal, but again, there are definitely things that could be improved upon strongly by both players. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned a lot of things from it. Hope you're inspired to do some new things, use some new doctrines. Anyways, this is Imperial Dane saying cheers, you know, and feel free to subscribe and share with everybody you know. See you tomorrow.